right, dudes and dudettes, it's time for another installment of Sink the Bismarck with me, Wolf190D. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody's doing good. And please, if at any point, if you're a newcomer and you decide that you like the content, be sure to drop us a like, a subscribe, and or a follow. It does help to appease those algorithm gods. So pray, pray, pray by pushing that little thumbs up button. It'd be much appreciated. It does help the channel grow. All right. So, getting back into it today, and there again, it's going to be an ongoing concern moving forward because here, just today, last night, something like that, the dev team dropped another update. So I think we're on 1613 live op times 3. At least that's what it's telling me there in the bottom right corner. So, how much longer are we going to be able to run this? I'm not there. It's uncertain. But anyway, let's try to have some fun while we do it. We did have update issues the last time, or refit issues rather. We were unable to refit our Helgoland class ship. So I think what we're probably going to have to do is leave it in the dock and just mothball it. If one of our allies wants to buy it, fine. And then I'll have to see about number 2 here. Just as soon. Well, you know what? Not just as soon. Nothing. Uh-oh. Damaged it. Why? Oh. Why indeed? Something very strange is going on back there. Okay. Anyway, we've been having pretty good successes with our latest ship builds. Why is he running up to the North Sea? I think it's because the Americans are pumping more ships, and I might be trying to get my other fleets out of there. No, I don't think I am. All right, well, we'll have to see what's going to happen with that next turn. We have conquered all of Ireland, and we do have one ship sitting over here, just sort of disrupting the Americans' trading. Actually, what I can do is I can move him over to invade, which is going to, because it's over in enemy territory anyway, we're just going to wreck shipping over there in the Americas. And what's going on over in Asia? And who are our friends? Who are our enemies? We have no friends. We have one minor ally in Sweden. Britain's on the cusp. Spain is right behind him. This could prove to make things really interesting. Now, the British, obviously, we've run them off of their homeland, and we've taken, well, at one point we had taken all of their African colonial interests, but they, Northern Algeria rebelled, and they were able to sneak in there and take it back. Now, in Gibraltar, we have some of these old D-73s, and I've come up with a new thought anyway for reclassifying my destroyers and torpedo boats, which is to just include the number that they come with, but the lead ship of the class will be designated by the weight. Now, we've got a mess of battleships. We don't have many heavy cruisers, but we do have those nice runes coming in at some point. Um, it's just me. I really feel like the shipbuilding got hit hard by one of these updates because some of my ships are now taking like 20 months to build, which is a little ridiculous and excessive. Hmm. It's interesting. There's a mothball button now. You can actually just click on mothball instead of setting the crew all the way to 0. And change port. That's another interesting feature, actually. I haven't had a chance to really use it yet, and quite frankly, I haven't really paid it. I haven't really paid it any mind. I've gone so long without it, I guess. Hmm. I've got Magdeburgs in Bremen and Sunderland. But the new ones, the new light cruisers are going to be those Geyers. And then our new destroyers are those V1200s, which we've upgunned to 105s with an 88 in the central position still. I still do like to keep those 88s. Maybe on another one, what I might try to do is put 47s. A pair of 47s on that little back thing. But there again, I think we also actually have a new destroyer type hull that's upcoming at the 1,500 ton mark with the destroyer 2 hull. So we'll have to take a look at that. We got quality control 2 coming up, which is going to further reduce ship flaws by another 15%. And hull strengthening, I think we just got reinforced longitudinal hull. Which, yeah, we're working our way through some things. All right, so what I actually want to do is I actually want to take a look at these Kaisers here because they are they're starting to fall behind. I would like to do. I mean, 1907, so they're already 7 years old as they exist. So let's go ahead and do a quick refit on these Kaisers. Now, do we want to do a big refit? Not necessarily, actually. But what I do want to do, and let's see, what are our armaments at to begin with? So the weapons, we've got 12-inch guns of Mark III, 5.9s of Mark II, and those I think are Mark III by now. And then we've also got some Mark III 88s. So what I would like to do, I think, first and foremost, let's see about, can we fit 14s? That's going to be the question for today is can we fit 14s? I would really like to fit some 14-inch main guns on this ship, but they're only Mark II tech. The 13s are Mark III. It's got turbine engines. Let's go ahead and upgrade those to geared turbines. We can put Krupp 2. Double bottom hull with reinforced bulkheads, anti-flood. And let's go ahead and put that reinforced citadel on here. I don't know if I want to mount an auxiliary engine in it yet. I'm going to hold off on that for just a moment. Can we bump his speed to 22 knots? That would be a really big improvement, actually. Giving him another knot worth of speed. And our battleships are becoming much more quick. All right, so what I'm going to do, maybe something a little dangerous, I'm going to go ahead and reduce the barbette. But there again, I think I'm going to be stripping these 12s. I'm going to probably be pulling those 12-inch guns off of this ship. So let's go ahead and bump out those 5.9s. The 88s for sure. The 5.9s, maybe leave those at 6 or 7%. We'll see. Let's see, is that a 44? What happens if I go to a 7? That's a 45. Let's leave it at a 7. That'll give us a good rate for 4.8 on the rate of fire versus oh, it's not much. It's a half a round a minute less. 35 to 38. Well, at 5,000 meters, it's 5.1 to 5.9. So if we go back to 7, 5.1 to 5.9, but it's a much higher rate of fire. So actually, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and max out those 150s as well. Okay, so decision time. Do we go with the 13s and maybe say 13.5s? And here's what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and pull this. And I'm going to put this 13 up on the front end. And we'll go with 13 and a half. So we're gonna work on upgunning. Even though those 12s have been a venerable caliber. And let's give it the same armoring. We'll do 16, we'll do 12, and we'll do 3 inches on the top. Okay, so let's compare the 13s to the 14s. Well, for one, the 13s are heavier. So let's go ahead and there again, we're gonna strip that. And we're gonna put this 14 pretty much dead center of the turret. Now there again, the 14s are of an older technology, but what we will be able to do, of course, is do another refit and bring it up to speed. So 13 and a half versus 14 of slightly older technology. We've got enhanced reloading. We've got electro-hydraulic turrets. Okay, that's good. The stereoscopic rangefinder, actually, we can upgrade that. And we'll leave it at standard shell size, actually. And the 14s, we're going to do 16, 3, and 12. So we're going to keep the turrets pretty much the same armoring. It's just it's just going to be that we're putting bigger guns into them. So 29 to 32 versus 26 to 29. So the 13.5s actually are still a lot more accurate. They have a higher rate of fire. And we still only have double-barreled turrets. So let's see. What ships do I already have? Oh no, it's not gonna. It really. You used to be able, when you were doing refits, you used to be able to go through your list. Anyway. Now, I don't know if there's enough room for it, but it looks like there's the possibility actually of tightening the superstructure back up and putting another super firing pair on the front end. Might be able to do that, might get away with it, but we'll have to see. All right, so the damage on the 14s, though, is what's going to be more impressive, I think. Yeah, 2280 versus 2699 on the HE. And the AP is 1016 versus 858. Go with electro-hydraulic steering. Yes. And then the semi-oil fuel, which actually might allow us to go ahead and bump to 23 knots on the speed. Okay, so the other factor, of course, is going to be penetration. So 13.5s at 17,500 meters are going to do 13.3 versus 14. And see, that's where we could upgun. We could upgun to the 14s and wait for the upgrade. See, the 15-inch guns, there's no way right now. It's a half a round a minute. Maybe I stick with 13.5s and I save for armor. Hmm. Yeah, we're already pushing 6 months on the refit anyway, so let's do that. Let's go with 14s. We've got the weight to spare. And we're gonna need a larger barbette, I think. So a standard barbette. Somebody explain that one. It goes from 0.4 and you move the turret back and it went to 0.5. That's just a little odd. There again, that's just this weird. Find it to be a little more than odd. Well, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tuck that there as tight as we can. Okay. We're going to do an increase in an upgraded shaft. We're going to do also an auxiliary diesel engine. The standard shell size is actually probably plenty on these. Though, actually, now that I consider it, we can probably even drop that. No, we can't go to semi-ballistics. Semi-ballistics drop off the face of the earth as far as their penetration capabilities at longer range. I mean, we could theoretically make a closer range engagement ship. Let's stick with standard for now. We'll go with high capacity. Standard shell size. Or what we could even do, actually, give ourselves a little bit of an advantage. It'll increase the accuracy. It'll increase the rate of fire slightly. All right. Now, we've got ballistite for propellant, but I think we're starting to want to actually upgrade to tube powder. Yeah, the cordites are all negative. The tube powder actually is really nice. It lowers the shell velocity, the muzzle velocity, which of course I think overall is going to decrease the range. Minus 7% range. But 12.2 versus 13.7. So see, actually the penetration doesn't go down at all. Yeah, and it makes the guns overall much more accurate. So see, now we're up at 26 to 30. Do I want to continue using the Dunite? Yes, I do want to continue using the Dunite bursting charge. Okay. Now we have more room for armors. So let's see if we can go up to 7.5. And that was a 5. This was a 8.1. And this is a 7-month refit. So what if we go to 8 and 8.6? Okay. 9 and 9.6. So we're just going to make this guy a little bit, we're going to give this guy quite a bit more armor, 2 extra inches of armor on the front and aft belt. That 14-inch belt is pretty hefty, but consider also, and this is something I think I'm going to start doing, is bettering the ratio on the forward and after belt, because traditionally I think my ships are much more prone to flooding on the fore and aft end, because what I typically would do would be half of the main belt. Well, now we've got the reinforced inner belt. So let's see how it goes if we bring our ratios back up on the fore and aft end. Let me see here. We still got a 0.3 overweight on the on that. So we'll bump one more there. We'll add another couple inches. Why don't we just make it an even 20? Can we do that? Nope, 18.8 is the max. So let's go to 8, add another 2 inches on the conning tower. And for the turrets, let's go ahead and add 2 more inches of armor to both the turret face and the barbette. We'll leave the top armor alone for now. And we're pushing a hefty refit time, but there again, 7 months is a lot faster to re-equip an older ship than it is to take 20 months to build a brand new ship. And we are waiting for those Mark II 15s, and then we're going to want to try to build the Byron class battleships. Okay, so the 14s, we're going to leave the 14s at neutral length for now. Maybe when we get an upgrade, we'll play with that a little bit or leave them alone. They are 14 L44s. Those 5.9s, I'm going to go ahead and give them an extra inch of armor on the top, and we'll go ahead and give another 2 inches of armor to the top of those 88s. Just to kind of better protect them. Okay, not a bad refit at all, actually, for a venerable old class of battleships. I mean, the Kaisers honestly haven't seen much action, but hopefully with this they will. And what I'm actually considering doing is splitting that fleet, because we've got 5 ships in the one fleet. Maybe we can split it to a 2 and a 3. Who knows? Maybe even build another one of these guys, and then we could have 2 3s, or just have 2. I don't know. I'm toying around with this idea with my task forces now. Have a couple of heavy task forces for invasion purposes, and then having a couple of smaller ones for engaging, clearing zones and stuff like that. Give it a little bit more tactical flexibility. Who knows? Advanced rear deck 5. What do we have for towers anyway? We've got the advanced rear deck 5, and this is advanced foredeck 7, which is the smallest of the foredeck towers. Anyway, if I get into changing that around too much, though, that's going to add massive amounts of time to the refit, and we, at that point, may as well be building new battleships. So, anyway, there is our Kaiser refit. Let me go ahead and The refit on the Kaisers. Hmm. Yes. Okay. All right. It's got 4 twin 14s. And there again, it's kind of what we're toying with right now. But anyhow, the Siegfrieds were 22.5 on the speed. This one is 23 knots. So we've massively improved the engine. The Helgolands are 22.5. Uh, Scattergun is 24.5 knots. The new Scattergun class. The runes are capable of 25 knots, which that's kind of what I generally like to do with my fleet heavy cruisers, is keep them about 2 knots above the battleships. And then the light cruisers, I kind of push those towards the max actually. And the Geyers are actually almost 2,000 tons under max load. Hmm. So anyway, there's a good and effective update for those guys. All right, so the Ariadnes and the Magdeburgs. No, the Magdeburgs are still fleet cruisers for now. Um, all right, so we'll have to see if we can do anything with those Kaisers. Speaking of which, where are our Kaisers stationed? They are currently in the North Atlantic, down by the Azores actually. Um, we've been. I don't know why they're there. Why are they there? And the Nassaus, I'm a little worried about the Nassaus. They were last updated in 1908. They might be coming close to the end of their useful life. So, where are we on big gun research? We're coming up to the Mark III 7s. Let's go ahead and put that. I'm gonna take that off of there. I'm gonna research big guns. Hopefully, we'll get the big gun Mark II. If we get the Mark III 14, that's fine as well. But sooner rather than later, actually, we're gonna want to design those Bayern class. The last of the German dreadnoughts before the outbreak of World War One, and they were the last large German ships until probably about what, the 1920s, 1930s. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these guys into the Western Mediterranean. Let's go ahead and bring them over here. All right, and we're going to bring the Nassaus out because it's not like it's really not like we're receiving much in the way of a challenge from the States right now. Um, hmm. Might I don't know. I don't know if I want to cross the Atlantic just yet. Um, but anyway, I will bring the Nassaus out here so that we can kind of better protect our shipping. Well, technically, the next task force that's up for replacing are the Siegfrieds, and we've got 3,950 crew in the pool. So what we're building right now, we've got a battle cruiser on order, and we've got a scattergun #2 on order. And those build times are crazy right now, actually. I need to see if I can't get research into reducing build times. Mechanical armor forging, okay, but hull construction, there we go. Specialized forging, which reduces construction time. Advanced weight control, and we're at negative 10% on the construction time right now. So while we're playing with all of that, we got advanced propeller shaft number 2 coming up. We might be almost done on submarine experiments as well. So once hull construction is done, I think I'm going to try to push for the submarines and see what's been going on with the subs. All right, so let's go ahead and end this turn. We've got an ongoing war with the United States, and we are kind of trouncing them. They've been sending pre-dreadnought era ships. Uh, Super dreadnoughts, pretty much. Check. Ah, all right. Sorry. It seems like my mic and headset got disconnected there and didn't reconnect automatically. All right. So, government wants to threaten Britain. Why not? We could use some more. See, so this is something that's it seems to be part of the new update. It's really a lot more difficult. They said it's supposed to provide for more flexibility in declaring wars, but right now the AI has been really timid. Anybody else having that problem? I don't know. Let us know. It's like I want to go to war with people, but they just won't let me. Okay, so I've got the Helgoland and the Oldenburg, and that's what I had done. I had moved some of the heavier ships that were in bad need of repairs elsewhere. So South Carolina, 1905, but it's still a pre-dreadnought. See, two twin turrets usually indicates a pre-dreadnought. So these are South Carolina class battleships. Though they did prove overwhelming, really, for that scattergun. You guys will remember I did become a little overconfident, and they blasted that thing with a heavy hit, and she wound up sinking. So my ships are not invincible. They are certainly not invincible. We're just going to go ahead and stack these guys up. We've got. Are these? Is this one? No, the Gyres haven't been finished yet. This is one of the Montagors. Okay, let's go ahead and speed this up and get to fighting. Oh, the old Kearsarge. Um, That was an actual class of ships in the U.S. Navy. Now my ships aren't very good at spotting for some reason. I think it's because they're a lot larger than his, and maybe I don't have large enough towers on them either. And he's turned that way. So let's reposition. We're going to go ahead and reposition. Let me snag one of these guys. We're going to go ahead and detach. Have him get up there and figure out what's what. See, 7 is a little heavier, but it's still if we're talking about 12-inch guns that they're using. And are they more advanced? No, they're still Mark 1 tech. Actually, he's got, good grief, he's got almost 14-inch guns on these things. So, on the smaller ships, on the older, smaller dreadnought hulls, those 13.5s proving to be pretty darn effective. So he's shooting AP at like 2. Boom. Man, those just there again, it's kind of why is it important? Why is it important to have technological advantage? These are Mark 3, 13.5, so we're cranking almost around a half a minute. Whereas his guns are less than a half around a minute. Actually, let's go ahead and crank away on those guys. Uh-oh. Are we gonna scatter some torpedoes into those other heavy cruisers? Yes, indeed. Look at that. Oh, 3 of them, man. Granted, the one I targeted wasn't hit, but they were going to skip him. Hey, we're getting three shots. Oh, there they go. Yep, they're starting to come home now. Utah sank due to major fires. The New Hampshire got tagged by our torpedoes. Let's go ahead and bring these guys down on the speed. Bring them down to 17 knots. I don't think his ships are capable. They're capable of 17.8, but here's the thing. He's only doing 3.2 and 2.8 right now. Yeah, no, we can bring our ships down. Cruising speed is 13.5, so actually we can bring these guys to pretty much a standstill. We'll bring them down to 12 knots. I wish there was a way to specify speed. Like if I wanted to go 12.2, make it easy. Can I have some kind of, I don't know. Is there some way to set it like that? If there is, I hadn't seen it yet. Jesus, 2,700, but then again, it's 112 hits. And that's mainly what I do. I mainly use my destroyers for that purpose. They get in there, they drop off a run of torpedoes typically, and then they get out. I'm maybe overly aggressive with them, but nonetheless. It's just it's that volume of fire. If you can have smaller guns that are more accurate and have a high rate of fire, it the issue of course becomes penetration. How do you get it to work? He's still flooding. His forwardmost turret has been knocked out. Still with a busted steering gear. His cruisers, his heavy cruisers even aren't as fast as my battleships right now. So, let's go ahead and speed this up. Yeah, let's go ahead and speed this up. What kind of steering gear did we put on these guys? It's the steering is electro-hydraulic. Okay. Positive, definitely a positive on the improvement is that matches like this don't become a chasing match so much. The enemy, they take into account. I mean, benefits. Well, actually, no, because I've had light cruisers. Instead of having to run them down from the get-go, they're actually approach. They do try. They do try. In some instances, though, like if it were to be a light cruiser coming at this task force, that would have just been overkill. Uh-oh. Flash fire. Flash fire. I realize flash fires. They're very entertaining. But it is. It's still a little one-sided. So I don't know. Type of we have standard AP shells. Standard shell size. It's nose fuse HE. Let's clear the sinking ship because it's just going to target that for now. It seems to always do that. See, now he's trying to run, but the problem is that wow, this is the first time I'm really not sinking up, like flooding, that is. The crews help. Between the technology level and the crews, those are the two most important things you can do. Get your crews experienced. Get them experienced early, and try to keep the experienced crews. That's the problem with losing a lot of your smaller vessels if you just throwing them into a meat grind. That's kind of why I only put pairs um, of like destroyers and stuff. That's why I only use pairs of those because for one, for me it's part crew management. If at the end of the day I lose, a very small percentage of the entire task force, then it is what it is. I try not to, but it's about maintaining those veteran crews. Oh, so the Japanese want to be my friend now. Okay. A couple of my alliances just like flat out ended for no apparent reason at all. No particular reason at all. And there we go. See, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep those small dreadnought hulls in the event, hopefully, that I would have gained an ally. I know they're costing a little bit to maintain them, but we'll go ahead and sell that to Sweden. Sweden can have them if they're going to make use of them. Great. Okay, so where did the that's where it went. Okay, so the Ostfriesland. Let's see if I can't update that one. Good, we can. So we'll have a three ship fleet here. And it's only a 2-month update. Oh, and that's wow. Okay. That's the most recent one. So that's going to be even better. So 2 months. So in the next month, we'll send another one down. And then where do I want to send him? Wow, 6 cruisers, a torpedo boat, and another heavy cruiser. So he's got 6 heavy cruisers and 3 light. It's not enough. It's not going to be enough. These guys have 12s. Maybe what I can do is upgrade them with something else, like, I don't know, something. They're smaller ships. I have no battleship fleets out here, and if it comes down to, let's see, Japan is attacking Britain. Where do the British have holdings over here? Singapore. Wow, so Singapore is an isolated. Okay, well. I don't think I need to send him over here. Let's go. Let's put him over here. We'll get some repairs on these ships. It's a Magdeburg, and there's a Magdeburg there. Okay. And he's got a battleship coming in as well. Is that another one? Is is that another one of those Nevadas or whatever? Possibly. All right, so we're gonna start the refit process on the Kaisers. So let's go ahead and which one do I want to send in first? Let's send the Prince Regent in because he needs repairs anyway. Marseille. Let's send him to Marseille. It's a big, nice big harbor. So let's go send the Prince Regent Luitpold over there. Now I'm wondering if I shouldn't maybe push for an update on those MG42s because I can take the wing guns out. Theoretically, I could take those wing guns out and I could just make nothing but centerline guns. How would that work though? I mean, right now it's not. Right now it's fine. But ultimately, it would allow me to save weight and armor and better armor them. Because it's going to be kind of a close range ship, really. It just relies on rate of fire and small but highly armor penetrating rounds. We'll have to consider that. Definitely have to give it some consideration. Anyway, next turn. Let's see what we bring. And it's going to be another battle. Yeah, he's just got a single battleship. Can I get this done in like 4 or 5 minutes? I think so. This should be a quick one. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Matter of fact, I can probably just hit him with both of my destroyers. Or not. Let's see, I keep them for that reason. The light cruisers are really there to just offer really heavy protection. Wow, so he was firing off torpedoes last time. Did he hit any? Did any of those shots land? Anyway. Okay. Exposing my broadside to him right now, not a good idea. That's gonna be all three. Too easy. Whoa, who are the Austro-Hungarians messing around with that they're running into all those mines? Good grief. Sweden wants to buy V-15. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this fleet right over here. I got too many projects, perhaps. All right, so tell you what, let's go ahead and resume him, but we will suspend him. Okay. That'll give me the flexibility that I need. How much longer does is the Hansa gonna take? Oh, good grief. Um, okay, he's in there for another month. Wow, he's still rocking B-73s. Okay. Oh, not the Niobe. Come on now. Cork's got 8. Plymouth has 7. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is go down through those V-73s. Cork. Oh, that's nice actually. That's very nice. Makes things a lot quicker. And then that still leaves. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put these guys on defend and mothball both of them too because I got 2 more 73s that are gonna be heading towards Cork, West Africa. '24. Let's go ahead and build some more of them. And we're gonna go Pilau, 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 Pilau. And these last 2 can go into Tsingtao. Okay. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it for today, folks. So, as always, if you decided that you're enjoying the content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks for stopping by. And until next time, this is Wolf190D signing off.